Hi, you guys. Welcome to the CBD Hemp Shop and EndoLuminous Full Spectrum Evolution. It's me, Michelle Crisanti, and today is Tuesday. It's the 1st of October, and I like to do on Tuesdays what I call the teeny tiny tarot. I've been doing it on my Rock Reiki page for quite some time, and it's always a good time. It's always fun. I do it live on my Facebook Rock Reiki page. And I also felt like it was appropriate to bring it here to YouTube, to you guys, because EndoLuminous Full Spectrum Evolution is not just about cannabinoids. It's not just about the endocannabinoid system. It is about managing your whole body, mind, and spirit. It is about the energy centers of your body. It is about your thoughts. It is about your beliefs. It is about your creativity. It's about all kinds of things. And for me, when I first stepped on the path of healing, tarot was one of the first things that showed up. And a big reason that I love it is because each one of these cards represents an energy, represents an archetypal, story. And so when you lay out the cards, you're telling a story about life and deciding whether or not you resonate with that or not, deciding about whether or not that's where you want to go. Our thoughts create reality. So if you have this thought and you're wondering and you're kind of back and forth questioning things, laying out a storyline and taking a look at what that is and how you feel about it can help you decide which direction you're going to choose to go. The cards are not going to tell you, it's magic. It is magic. But it is a conversation between you and these universal energies. So energy being what EndoLuminous is all about. Here's to Teeny Tiny Tarot on a Tuesday. It is October 1st, and in 2 days, I'm going to bring you a little bit of astrology with this one today, too. In 2 days, on the 3rd of October, Pluto, the planet of transformation and death and birth and cycles of life, is moving forward. It's been moving backwards in the sky for 5 months now, along with Saturn, and both are in Capricorn, which is the house of business, which is the house of global concerns, of building structure that affects things on a global level. Saturn is truth and restriction. Saturn is the father figure. Saturn is father time. So Saturn is about timing. It's been moving backwards, and it just went forward a couple of weeks ago again. So if you felt like things started to shift a couple of weeks ago, started to move forward again, that might be part of the reason. And now Pluto is following suit. Pluto, transformation, is moving forward again. So you're transforming the timing. The things that you might have been looking at in the last 5 months, the things that have been coming up, the issues you've been dealing with, probably have a lot to do. I've noticed with a family, with especially the father figures, probably have a lot to do with ancestry and your karmic duty on this planet. And whether you believe in reincarnation or not, you do have a responsibility on this planet to be here, to be who you are, and that's it. Be who you are. So who did you come here to be? It's time to step into that. And as Saturn and Pluto start to move forward with each other over the next few months, they're going to meet up with each other on January 12th of 2020. And this is a really big pivotal time. So right now we're moving forward towards that time. And what is it? What is it you've been kind of waiting to happen? What is it you've been waiting to feel drop into place? What is it you feel like you need to finish out before the end of the year? Because when that big bang, that's on 1/12/2020, when that puppy hits, I think we're all going to see a really big shift. We've all been waiting for 2020, so I'll see how it goes. What can you do now leading up to it to make the next year, to make this year feel productive and make the next step into the next year in your power? All right, I'm going to pull 3 cards. Just think of a question. You don't have to think of a question. I'm going to throw out 3 cards and interpret them as I do. And you can apply it to whatever situation you are working on. And that's how it works. Let's go. So, card number 1 today. The Empress. She is the 3. She is one of the major arcana. She's the 3rd card in the deck. And as you can see, she's very calm and centered. She's got this shield here with Venus on it. So it's about divine feminine energy. A lot of times if you pull this card in a reading, it means, and someone's asking if they're pregnant, it was a pretty good indication that the answer is yes, or someone who is, likely to become. This is also about the spring. This is about waiting. This is about being in a period of waiting. She's a lady in waiting, waiting for things to develop. This is about seeds that have been planted and that are waiting, still stirring. So while people in my business are fully in harvest right now, the energy of this card is saying there's still time, you're still percolating, you're still developing things. So maybe that has to do with this next couple of months that I was talking about, headed into the beginning of 2020. What are you waiting to bring forth? Are you waiting for that new year to give you the push? What can you do now to put those things in place? And how can you just sit in and without being like anxious about the future? How can you just be calm, cool, and collected about the fact that it's time to just allow that energy to mature? No, I want it all now. All right, card number 2. Oh, that is the 3 of Swords, and this card is about heartache. You can see, I mean, that's not looking so good. This is, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. This is the Trinity. This is 2 things merging and bringing a bigger and better thing. This is about things that weren't going so well. And like I said, the last 5 months might have brought up some of that heartache. You've got Saturn and Pluto moving backwards. The timing isn't right. The truth is ugly. You don't want to see it. The things that have been really pecking at you to do work on, the things that have been hurting you the most in this lifetime, whether you feel like that's an outside force or somebody else, take a look inside. Take a look at your own heart. Where do you sit? How do you feel about your own situation, who you are, how you are? Do you feel like things are always happening to you, or do you feel like you have the power to remove those swords? This can be a little bit of victim mentality. This can be it always rains on my parade mentality. This can be I don't want to go out there and put myself out there mentality because I always get hurt. She's waiting for this to change, I'm guessing. So if you're sitting in that moment, you're like, oh my gosh, everything's supposed to be moving forward and nothing is happening. I feel super stuck. That's the energy of that. So let's see what we can do to unstick that. Yeah, the answer is not here yet. This guy, this 2 of Wands, he's got the world in his hands. He's got a wand, one behind him and one in his hand as a staff, like he's walking, getting ready to walk forward. Where's he going to go if he walks forward? Right into the ocean, waiting for his ship to come in a way. But really, he's planning his next, plotting and scheming his next travel. So while the Empress is waiting for things to develop, and maybe things haven't worked out so well in the past, or don't feel like they're working out so well right now, it's about what you want to make happen. It's about taking that next step and really making a nice plan. It's a time where we're moving into the hibernation time of the year. It's a time that it's really good for writing that plan, for coming out maybe next spring with it. Like I said, the January 12th, when Pluto and Saturn meet in Capricorn, we're going to see a really big, I mean, I'm like, that's Big Bang energy. That is changing things for the better. What do you want to happen? How are you going to take the power to make that happen? I'm going to pull one more card, just for us to keep in mind. Ah, very nice. The Fool. This is about the fresh start. You see this guy? He's got really not a care in the world. He's got his little white dog. He is standing on the edge of a cliff. He's looking up at the sky. It's all yellow. It's bright. He's got to be careful. He's got to make that plan. But then he's got to not worry so much about it. Just take that fresh start. Take that leap of faith. This 0 is all potential. Drawing it down is our job. What do you want to draw down? Time. All right. That is all I've got for today. Welcome to Teeny Tiny Tarot on this platform. And I'm going to keep doing this. So feel free to ask questions. Feel free to message me if you want to know more about tarot, or you want a reading, or whatever. Message me. Say hi. Thanks for watching. You have a great week, and I don't know when I'll see you next. Soon, though. Thanks.